Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new part of Nuffer Broadcast. Let's play the campaign. Let's load the game. Let's beat her.
We're still back
Yep.
in slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
I think.
Oh, Megan. We're only getting started.
Would you like to continue from this
I'm Megan Wolf. And I'm
from the
Joe.
save game, or would you like to create a new save game from this checkpoint?
Every single one of you's a bit Jesus.
What?
What a wild ride! Well, that's a very blunt question.
The fox is like
Okay, yeah, we got the correct one.
and have confidence.
Override existing. You will lose all progress.
But now you start to see, yes? The people never happy. It's never enough.
Create new game? No. Override existing.
Are you saying that
Day 150. 4. Okay, yes, we're still at the correct part. Okay, here we go. The rhythmic beeping of the heart monitor brings you slowly back to consciousness. Opening your eyes, you're greeted by a semicircle of concerned faces. Your family by your side, a reassuring familiar sight in these new surroundings. You blink a few times to clear the sleep from your eyes and bring everyone into focus. You feel a hand on yours, gentle but reassuring. Sam, there with you as always. I think I'm starting to read this wrong, but anyway, their expression, understandably concerned, is somehow more affectionate than ever. We knew you'd be okay, never doubted it for a second, and if I ever see that bozeman, you squeeze their hand back and attempt a wink. The worry lines on Sam's forehead fade a bit. Lord knows you've both got enough to be anxious about without your health being thrown into the mix. With a final smile, then you turn to the rest of your family. Just as you feel Susie's absence, you notice Charlie fidgeting, clearly trying not to look worried. As soon as you turn to look at him, you can see Charlie tense up, his concern clear on his face. So, you're definitely good, right? He finally asks, quickly looking away. I'll be fine, Charlie. Leave the blanket alone. Of course I am, buddy. There's nothing to worry about. Charlie looks at you and grins, one of those infectious smiles that spreads around the room. It's always good to have him in your corner. Your smile fades as you notice your mother staring listlessly out the window. Despite all of your best efforts, she's not been doing well lately. Are you okay, Mom? Your mother starts your call, clearly shocking her out of her reverie. She turns to you and smiles, and you're grateful to see the increasingly rare recognition in her eyes. Yes, dear, of course. How are you feeling? You smile warmly and nod, but before you can respond, a doctor bustles in and ushers everyone out. She asks you for what feels like the 100th time how you're feeling. Surprisingly well, all things considered. Excellent, there's no sign of any real damage. Just a bit of a shock to the old system, pardon the pun. She smiles. Not that we'd recommend you do anything like that again. Of course, after a couple of days rest at home, you should feel right as rain. She turns to leave, but stops at the door. Oh, and the private room and care, the doctor gestures to your room, which you now notice looks rather expensive. Has all been paid for by a Mr. Bozeman. He left those flowers and said not to worry and to take the rest of the week off. He'll see you Monday apparently. Seems like the least he could do. a day 180. A burden to bear. Okay, so this after the Halloween DLC. Okay, cool. Anyway, you come home from a particularly late shift to find the kitchen light still on, which isn't normally a good sign. Everyone's usually in bed by now. Softly opening the kitchen door, you find Sam at the table. Bills and papers are strewn in front of them, as well as what looks to be their second packs of biscuits. They give you a quick kiss as you take a seat next to them. Sam frowns and goes back to the bill they're holding. Hey sweetheart, just looking at the numbers again. They look to the door to the pantry, now converting into your mother's bedroom. We've been doing our best, but I think Cassandra really needs a nurse to look after her right now. Suddenly the bills are all you can see. I've been staring at the numbers all night, tears in their eyes. Sam takes your hand. There's just no way we can afford it. I'm sorry. The kitchen table swims before you. Sam stands up and pulls you into a firm embrace, but all you can think of is your mother, and how you can't afford to help her. What would your dad be thinking now? Is this the utopia advanced promised? You stare at the door to your mother's makeshift room. Tomorrow you need to tell the kids, and then book an appointment at the transition care. What else could you have done? I don't want to ditch my mom. Then again, I guess no one in this game wants to. Huh. Day 201, a letter home. You know, maybe I should consider a new Let's Play after this. Well, it's not a new Let's Play, but a second round. Like Devil Megan requested. But we'll see for how long it will take, so many parts and stuff. So, Sam's out with work tonight, and Charlie staying at a friend's... at a friend's what? The house is yours. You order a takeaway, have a couple of drinks, and decide to relax in front of the TV. Not a great selection tonight, but surely something to watch. You feel like a laugh. Comedy it is. Sam's not here, but you can still watch a horror without them. You just want to switch off action thrillers the one. Sam isn't a fan of historical drama, so you make the most of them being away. Nah, I feel like a laugh. It's comedy time, baby. The humor's a bit hit and miss, but the joke about the killing as you bend double in laughter. Wiping a tear from your eye, you spy something reflecting the light of the TV under the coffee table. Curious, you reach down and bring it into the light, and as you pick it up, you remember the note Sam left for you. Hey sweetheart, Charlie lost Susie's present. Would you mind looking for it tonight? As you hold it closer, you're surprised to find the gift's actually an engraved lighter for Chippy. She claims the nickname's affection, but Charlie still scolds every time she says it. You are not sure Sam would approve. The accompanying note from Susie explains, Irkistan has a long tradition of glorifying the art of starting fires. Thought you'd like it. Don't do anything stupid, Sus. Honestly, it's just a souvenir and not a new pastime he's picked up, or about to pick up. It's nice that she thought of him. Day 232. Turn off the subtitles at any time from the pause menu. Nah, it makes it easier to follow what's going on. Day 232. The silence. I will never be silenced. Never! Oh, right. Turn it on. Turn it on. Do.
Fired.
No phone calls?
Oh, facial sabotage.
Jenny?
No phone calls.
I won't have fired today.
Get well soon. Thank you.
Don't worry, Kath, it'll be all right.
It
Well,
won't be all
time
right,
to pick
Kath.
up
Pack up your weapons of
Let's see. We got
You realise I'm beginning to sound like this?
I mean it, Cat.
the advance because I'm pretty much
Stay
forced to.
alive.
Crazy new because I'm
This
the.
is not Jenny's decision, Jeremy.
And
It'll be alright. I'll talk to Buxton.
Oh, good.
yeah, sports board.
We'll dish at our dinner next week.
Oh, I can only take 2.
Jenny,
Okay.
I'm sorry, Kath, you're gonna have to leave.
Do.
That nun's
Letting it go to your head.
she nearly blinded
10
us.
seconds,
I thought you were
everybody.
part of a team these days.
Things are better, Jeremy. You know that.
Well, things are not going so well, as I can see. Huh.
3.
Megan and all the team at the National.
Good evening.
Hello,
I'm
Mega Wolf.
Wolf.
And I'm
Hello,
Jeremy
Jeremy
I'll
Donson.
main headlines tonight.
The establishment strikes back. The World Council has agreed today to impose punitive sanctions on the people of this country.
The sanctions, which are broad-ranging, include restrictions on the supply of oil and gas, food,
I don't like
and
sanctions,
even some medicine.
so yeah.
But how should we react? We asked the public. How should we react?
What are your reaction to the sanctions? What are your reaction to the sanctions?
outrageous. My mind needs insulin. Am I supposed to get a transition? What's the government doing about it? What's the government doing about it?
Thanks, Patrick. Fascinating stuff. Thanks, Patrick.
Popular Prime Minister Julia Salisbury has released a reassuringly brave statement in response to the World Council's controversial announcement.
This international declaration is nothing short of outrageous.
Okay.
We are a democratically elected government with massive popular support.
Okay.
We do not recognise these sanctions. And we encourage other socially progressive nations of the world to both resist and ignore them. Advance have struck fear into the heart of these.
I'm starting to wonder if I made the correct choice.
That it is possible to have radical
But it's
change
not
for the
like I
benefit
got
of many.
time to actually think about what I'm doing. Which kind of sucks when you think about it.
Do not rely on the help of others to thrive. This country is
Then again, I guess I
entirely
hope
self-sufficient.
already have pretty fucked up moments, so
And this team is on your side. Thank you.
Defiant stuff. But what do you, the public, think of our government's stance? Robin Short found out.
I am very neutral at this point.
Hi there. Robin Short, National Nightly News. I was wondering if I could get your thoughts on the current government.
I'm not really very interested in politics, really. I'd rather always said, leave politics to the politicians, Malcolm.
Over to you, fellas. Global mega corporation Remington's Fist today announced that trials have successfully completed on their groundbreaking male contraceptive product, Responsibility.
The drug has been passed by the government for general release, but there's more
Yeah, no,
problems
thank you.
in rare cases. Side effects can include blurred vision, enlarged genitalia, and increased risk.
Doesn't sound good.
No double entendres intended for stroke.
But what do you, the public, think of Sophia Remington's latest venture? Patrick?
Would you take the male contraceptive pill? Would you
No,
take the male
Her body,
contraceptive
her
pill?
baby, her problem. Her body, her
How progressive
baby,
are you?
her problem. What'd you say?
Nothing. How progressive are you? Huh? Nothing.
A momentary lapse of reason. Communities across the capital found themselves somewhat
Okay.
by the latest stunt by controversial protest group.
In a baffling start,
Once again, neutral.
I
I barely know jack shit about them, so.
dressed and posed identically. Whether we're supposed to be amused or intimidated is anybody's guess, Jeremy. But most commuters didn't even stop to notice.
Well, as long as it's not some grand contemporary dance, it's probably harmless.
But how do we all feel about Disrupt and their eclectic tactics? Robin found out.
Do you have any feelings about...
Okay. I think I got it fixed now, I hope. So let's resume.
Disrupt? Do you have any feelings...
Anyway, we are neutral about them.
Mother always said,
They're rebelling to the rebels, Malcolm.
Bubbling up, intrepid scientist Dr. David Wong and Dr. Ingrid Storsborg and Hawkinsford today sent a blueprint of the escape craft in which they hope to finally leave Dante's taint.
With expert opinions of the plan running the gamut from optimistically engineered...
Yeah, sure, why not?
That looks like
I got to be positive about something.
It sounds like the unfortunate...
Plus, I wanted them to leave to begin with, so yeah.
So what should we think about the escape plan? Patrick Bannon, the escape plan.
So I'd imagine that you think this is a great plan.
Oh my god!
Yeah!
It's a brilliant
It's the best plan ever!
I hope everyone gets behind them so that they know that we're with them. In spirit, of course. In spirit. I can't actually go diving. Because I'm scared of salt.
Okay.
I am not
Why are you scared of salt?
Applications finally open today
Oh well,
for new
maybe
advanced
allergy.
team membership cards, a scheme by the government to allow fast access to all the new public services being introduced daily.
The team membership cards are entirely voluntary, but will be recognised as legal identification by all major organisations.
Yeah, okay.
Banks and clubs and banks.
And of course, there's no charge, Jeremy.
It all seems too good to be true.
Yep.
Well, you've always been a stick. But most importantly, what should you, the public, think about the new team membership?
I'm going neutral for now, but...
Team membership cards.
I don't really join things as a rule. As Mother always said, membership is mostly for unmentionables, Malcolm.
Okay.
And finally tonight,
I don't get
back
it.
of the net, popular sports personality
Johnny Hemsley.
Tiffany Lamore, was spotted yesterday doing a little shopping for what many are already calling the greatest wedding.
Oh, they're going to get married?
We can only
Awesome.
assume that Tiffany's latest show, My Teenage Secretions, has sold better than expected. As by
Okay.
the looks of things, the whole affair's about to become more expensive than Will C's shoe collection.
I don't know who that is.
But what should your opinion be of this extravagant display of wealth?
Yeah, I'm happy for them.
Wise words there.
Later tonight, in a bit of a switcheroo, it'll be Jeremy in the culture chair, spitting rhymes with popular rapper Jay-Z.
Jesus.
And then we'll both be chatting with a familiar team of thespians set to take the nation by storm.
Awesome.
Again.
That's all coming up
Okay.
tonight.
Nightly news. It's a nightly national news. Oh, sorry, I don't really know what to sing about this, cause that tune is all over the place with Jeremy Donaldson, Megan Fox, and sorry, I forgot his name, which is ironic considering the whole DLC was all about him. Graham.
First tonight, thankfully, some news as we return to
Graham.
our main story.
The World Council today agreed that punitive
Sorry.
and potentially illegal
Peter
sanctions
Graham?
should be imposed upon
No,
states.
Peter was the
The
government.
sanctions, which come into effect immediately, aim to stop the flow of goods, fuel, and even some
oh, well, not
from
important.
national pockets.
Tonight, we have guests from across the continent
Ooh.
to discuss this unprecedented situation. For advance, Peter Clement is at his home. in
Yay,
London.
Peter Clement.
Are you there, Peter?
Yes, I can hear you, Jeremy. Thank you for having me.
A momentous day, Prime Minister. Are you shaken?
No, I don't scare that easy, I'm afraid, old son. And neither do the people of this country.
Well, joining us is Ivan Vodovich, Foreign Minister of Uzbekistan. Ivan, thank you for being here. Ivan,
Thank you.
for being here.
You, Megan Wolf, are like strong guard are like stuck inside body of crazy expensive inside body of crazy expensive. You will be worshipped as a my country.
Cool.
You will be worshipped as a
Minister, as one of those arguing most strongly for these sanctions, how do you feel about advances to fine stance? How do you feel about advances to fine stance?
a big career
Okay.
And actually, in dirty sanitarium. And actually,
Screaming at me.
holding tiny penis in hand. And holding tiny penis in hand.
We have like some of the cleanest mental health facilities in the continent.
Welcome to Svenland's Minister of Mojo. Welcome to Svenland's Minister of Mojo. Your surname.
We don't use things like socially divisive. We don't use things like socially
Minister?
Okay.
It's just the
Minister? Right, Björk. Your country spoke in favour of advance at the World Council. Your country spoke in favour of advance. But you were noticeably absent when it came to the actual. But you were noticeably absent when it came to the actual.
What a surprise.
Actually, that's quite racist. Because if you must know, we were going to go to the whole. If you must know, we were going to. But it's actually the fact that you're an answer at the moment.
Yeah, that's a little distracting. Extra volume.
All had pulled
So, yeah.
Whilst the vote was happening, and that's like a really time-consuming process, actually.
Okay.
Like sissy man. You have this expression, sissy man. It's like man with tiny penis who like to wash more than once a week.
I start to think he might have a tiny penis.
Oh, stop winding him up, Ivan. We're not back at the Grange now. Sorry, Jeremy.
Sorry?
Ivan and I used to play golf back in my media days.
He always wins.
Nothing gives him greater pleasure than grinding people's gears. The more publicly, the better.
Ah,
You're right, man.
so that is why he has an obsession with
Think
tiny
he had
penis.
Tiny penis. But actually, he discovered that. Oh, could it be? No, it's tiny penis.
Ivan's just worried that when the rest of us all sees how well we're doing,
I think he might have a tiny penis, considering he's talking so much about it.
Because that's what these sanctions are, Megan. They're the last pathetic gasp of an establishment in collapse. Wolves shut the gates, Ivan, old mate.
Good. He can join others on my wall.
Actually, in Svenland, we have like serious animal welfare legislation. And like my friend Helga, she got arrested here for killing a butterfly that was hovering over her field.
That sounds a little extreme.
Jam sandwich.
I used to know a girl called Jan Sandwich. She was a right cracker too. What became of her?
We seem to be wandering off from the news here.
Human interest, Jeremy. The real people behind the headlines and all that. So if you're watching, Jan, give us a call. Yeah.
Okay.
We can't organise a reunion.
Crash, I'm not
Also
sure
nice
about
a
that.
reunion.
I'll have to run it past Mrs. Clement first, yeah?
You're like man trying to empty ashes of mistresses into uncapped paint. Soon you have tiny penis.
Does they already have one?
Full of secrets.
In Svenland, we don't really go in for all that restricted monogamy stuff here. We're kind of flawed, actually.
Okay, well, it seems that we are
Weird.
running out of time.
Yes, so before we go to the break, briefly, if you would, gentlemen.
Oh, right, the
the
break.
people of this country
My bad.
face shortages and
Possible shortages and power outages.
Yes, of course. Thank you. Possible shortages and power outages. Can you summarise your thoughts for us, Minister Biak?
Well, from here, yeah, you all look a bit stupid really arguing about outdated devices concepts like money. In Finland, we replaced currency with a system of bodily fluids back in the 1970s, and that's like a really hard to sanction.
Your body fluid is money.
Your country.
That
It's
is
like man
weird.
who invented perfect trap for giant Newton-haired bear. And really, he just standing in field
Holding his tiny penis.
Yep.
Yes, thank you, Minister. And finally, Prime Minister Clement.
Let me talk to your viewers here, Jeremy. Don't worry, everybody. Don't be afraid.
Okay.
Don't even lose a wink of sleep. We knew the rest of the world would react this way, and we ready. As my old man used to say, you can't make a shite pie without blocking a few toilets.
Thank you, Prime Minister.
Reassuring words there.
We'll be back.
After these messages.
We'll be back.
There we go.
Back.
It's advance time.
I over your way this weekend. You fancy a quick 9?
Yeah, sure, front or back.
That's what I hope you're asking Megan Wolf for me.
She's out of your league, mate.
Well, you have to be more careful. It's all part of his long-term plan to get fired live on the news at 6 in front of the nation. Can someone warn him it's going a little too well?
Nutritious food we grow right here.
Although I can't blame him. That whole talk about this tiny penis did become annoying.
Government censorship should show up in blue. Same as regular censoring. Keep an eye out for the advanced blue wave.
Yeah, screw that. I'm not gonna censor anything because that would go against my chaotic neutrality. So I'm not gonna censor anything except for swear words because I'm literally forced to do.
Yo, thanks for having me on your show, man.
It's quite alright.
Yo, just a quick one. You're not going to ask me about the chimp, are you?
Live in 10 seconds.
Can you put that get up?
With whom are we going to start? Oh, Jeremy Donson is with Jesus, who apparently is a black guy. Not that I care. Oh, no, it's Megan. Okay.
Later, we have an exclusive first look at a theatrical sensation everyone's going to be talking about. But first, it's time to go over to the culture spot with lovely old Jeremy Donaldson, who's joined by a very special guest. Jeremy.
Thanks, Megan. I have the honour and privilege of being joined by hip-hop royalty.
Hip-hop royalty?
The son of the streets and the father of truth. Not sure how that works, but whatever. Let's welcome Jesus.
Okay.
Thanks, Jeremy. It's a real honor to be here on the show, the news.
I thought he was a religious kind of guy and not a guy about hip-hop. But oh well.
You've had quite the journey.
Also, why am I losing viewers?
Can you tell us about it?
Well, you know, I try not to,
I know about the 10-second rule, but still.
I don't like to dwell on it. But yeah, man, the streets is all I remember. Like, my mother donated me to a charity shop.
Oh, right, I got the clock back.
Elderly lady took pity on me. You know, she let me sleep on a pile of crime.
Not that I pay attention to it, but still.
Wow, that's quite the childhood.
And she died tragically.
Aye.
Right there in my arms, man. You know, I remember a tear falling as she laid there next to the used homeware. And in that moment, I became a child of the streets.
Ooh.
I was just 18 months old.
Ooh, 18 months old.
What a tale. What a tale. You're known for your direct and honest lyrics. Was your style informed by your troubled past?
Oh, like I said, I try not to talk about it. It's just it's just too hard.
Of course.
But my first album is about the story of the first 4 times I stole.
Okay.
I wouldn't starve. A small group of infants came to see me as a de facto leader. They called me Mr. Cheese Slice. Anyway, we were like a family.
So it would seem.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, you've been quite outspoken about the government.
Yeah, fuck the government. Fuck Advance. Fuck Peter Clement.
What is it that you object to so vehemently?
Well, you know, they stole from us. They're taking our money and spending it, man.
Redistributing it. Actually, homelessness has been all but eliminated in the last couple of months.
So?
Surely that's a cause close to your heart?
Yeah, nah, of course, man. Very much so. I just mean, like, why do I have to pay for it, you know?
That's
You don't.
kind of weird.
People have been rehoused on property seized from the historically wealthy. And that couldn't have been you, could it?
Mm-hmm.
I worked hard to be here. I built this from nothing. And I deserve to be rewarded for that.
Would you say you worked harder than, say, a farmer or a care worker?
No. But if people are taking something from my music, choose to value it, buy it, who's to say I don't? And no one can take that away from me.
Not even to help, say, vulnerable children? Mr. Cheese Slice.
What is it you're trying to say?
I just don't understand where you've placed yourself politically. I mean, is it ideological or is it tactical?
Well, it's more of
Or maybe it's hereditary.
Stop trying to tie me in knots with your words, Jeremy. I let the music speak for itself.
Okay.
And the people agree with me.
I never hear you sing so.
Well, that remains to be seen. But you have given me a very easy segue out of a conversation that I promise you was much more painful for me than it was for you. So here he is.
Oh, it's musical time!
Hit song, Mrs. Ludlow's Tears.
Oh no, I'm going to do something a little different. It's a new single I've been working on.
Oh,
okay.
So this is unapproved, is it?
Yeah. You love it.
Excellent. Don't worry, we've got a state-of-the-art censorship.
Oh no, I'm going to let him speak all that he wants. Like I said, I'm neutral.
It's Jesus!
First, you're gonna pay up. You're gonna pay back.
Okay. Hey, I remember the quote. Oh, here we go again.
Well, we're all different races from many different places. At any given moment, only one could be the greatest. So you can feel the elation for your participation. Still 2 leaders in this motherfucking nation. Now we're getting sanctioned, talking about expansion. Why does Julie require a massive fucking
Yeah, I got the sense of the blue one.
I don't need your freaky team, and I don't need your help to achieve my fucking dreams. So don't make a fuss when you find you're one of us. Yeah, every single one of you's a bit Jesus. And you can
Hey, I remember that from the main theme from the game theme. The home screen or something. Anyway.
But why would I get out of bed with no fucking incentive? Although it's contravention of your obvious intention. I like to eat a little of the food roots in my invention. You make us the same, but we're not all the same. All our dreams, all our schemes, all our means are not the same. The best of the praise of the crest of the wave, cause we're only equal people when we're motherfucking slaves. Take this fact, gonna stain it red, gonna slam it into Peter Clemens' motherfucking head. Cause he's fit as shit, he's got a job he's unfit for. It's time to storm the castle with a motherfucking pitchfork. So this is for the snuff ones, the push and the shove ones, the folks who feel the burden of their motherfucking loved ones who had plenty like a motherfucking Bentley, the ones who now finding that their bank accounts
Okay, is it me or does the beat keep changing every time?
The ones who built a business that had dreams of perspiration. There's all sorts of people, the good and the evil. It only takes a glance to see we're not all equal.
Where is the beat in this song?
You make us the same, but we're not all the same.
You know, I think I'm going to stop doing this if the beat keeps changing to the point where you can no longer follow it. I'm not gonna censorship this shit because I am a trusty, newsworthy guy. I'm a newsworthy guy. Especially when you consider the fact that, you know, I used to live in a dictatorship. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize we were already back.
Jesus there with his new song. Thank you so much for joining us in the studio. I'm sorry. I may not agree with you, but I'd just like to offer you an apology. I've just been told that there was some kind of issue upstairs, and an attempt was made to censor some of your names.
What?
Actually, that's a lie. I didn't censor anything.
This was a mistake.
This is absolutely ridiculous.
Here at the National Nightly News, we pride ourselves on remaining neutral.
I didn't censor anything. I'm sorry, Jeremy, but I didn't censor anything because I am neutral and awesome. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, thank you.
Oh, maybe he was talking about swearing. Yeah, that would make sense.
We'll be speaking to a couple of familiar faces about their upcoming dramatic outing. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
Now, time for Crazy Neil. And make me some money.
Just a reminder, I've seen that old VCR.
Oh, right. How do I... Oh, there we go.
I understand. This is unbelievable, Megan.
How do I... Oh, it's already... Okay, so let's put in sports boards. Yay, grade A+. Because I am awesome. Wow, we sure got a lot. Why did I get my share in this company again? Huh. That's a lot of rocks.
We could just get you in position.
Oh, say no more. Say no more.
Is that Jeff Algebra?
Mr. Algebra.
Awesome. He's awesome.
And this is Ms. Raiden. What?
Jeff Algebra. Mr. Bear. What's that over there? That's us. That is a bear who's too short of healthcare. Mr. Bear. What's that over there? He's stealing ladies' underwear. Hey. Do 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 do.
Welcome back, and no, you're not mistaken.
Ooh.
Sitting across from us are some very familiar faces.
You really are too kind, Megan. It was only a yogurt commercial, but I'm still proud of it.
Yes.
Here to talk about his new show, we're joined by National Treasure Tommy Harris, the National Treasure Philippa Raiden, and National Deficit Jeff Algebra.
It's so lovely to have you all. Tommy, would you like to tell us about the show?
You know what? I'd bloody love to. It's about me. It's about
I have a
my
feeling
life.
I've seen you
And
before.
where did the idea come from?
So, right, picture this. Their legs akimbo, mid-session, sweat is
I don't know
pouring out
from
of
what.
an immense hog. And then Cindy comes in, she says, Pete's on the phone.
That's Peter Clement, the Prime Minister.
Yeah, Pete's actually a really good mate of mine.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, no, he comes to training sometimes.
Was he from a coma?
So, Pete, he says, Toby, he thinks
Or was he in that
he says, how would you like
naked protest ping pong game?
spread your message of team spirit and cooperation?
Because I swear I've seen him before.
across this fractured nation? How would you like to really
Oh, right. Then second rule. My bad.
desperate times?
What did you say?
Yeah, right, yeah.
So, Jeff, the question on everyone's lips is, what in God's name are you doing here?
It's Jeff
After the
Outrapper.
success of my debut work and all the people that I've touched, I knew that I had a career in theatre. Yeah? I've always been an admirer of Tommy from afar. So when my manager phoned and said that I'd been offered the gig as director, I was ecstatic. I whipped my trousers off and got straight to work.
Why did you do that?
I do all my best work with my trousers off.
Yeah, I've been told that too.
No, I wouldn't say so. Right, Tommy, sorry, would you just give us a sense of what the show is
Okay.
about?
It's about how hard it's been for me and some of the struggles that I've faced. It like really getting to the heart of how tough it is to be me. I call it Tommy Harris. Jesus, that was hard.
Catchy. We actually have some clips of the process of the show. Would you mind telling us what's going on?
Yeah, so the show is built around two things that are very important to me. It mixes scenes from my life as well as epic fantasy retellings of scenes from my life.
Okay.
But Dad, you promised you'd come to my graduation. I'm sorry, son.
That's not a guy, but okay.
But Dad, you promised you'd come to my graduation.
Back, demon! Back to the hells!
Is that supposed to be Gandalf?
Philippa, what's it been like co-starring with Tommy Harris? I've always dreamed of treading the boards.
Oh, you're supposed to be the father. That makes no sense.
And for once, this show really gives me something to sink my teeth into. What's different about this show then? Tommy, Mr. Harris's show really lets me show my tremendous range as an actor. I've always suffered from typecasting, forced to play the same tired characters in every god-awful yogurt advert or godforsaken soap opera or, God forbid, a pantomime. But, you know, this show has really let me just go there.
Jeff, the viewers at home will be dying to know exactly what is it that you bring to the show? What is it that you...
Good question. I think these guys would agree with me when I say that it's my steady hand on the tiller, my arm round the shoulder approach that's really brought the production from strength to strength.
Absolutely right. Jeff's contributions are immeasurable. He was our rock. Can you give us a sneak peek of anything else that might be in the show?
Yeah, also, yeah.
We've got lots of exclusive first-hand experiences of Tommy's time in the underground sports.
Ooh.
And some epic fantasy retellings of Tommy's time in the underground sports ball.
That sounds awesome. He's a good search Friday.
You'll never take the sacred pass! And
I still don't know what Gandalf's doing there, though.
this was officially commissioned by the government?
Yeah, all paid for by the taxpayer, which, you know, to be honest, was actually a lifesaver, really.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that without Advance's support, we'd have had to cut the finale.
Which frankly would have been a travesty.
Oh, God, Jesus Christ!
It's a dragon.
We do this every night.
How did they get the dragon on stage?
For what?
Technology is amazing.
For what? And the public are footing the bill, are they?
Too bloody right they are. Between the cost of my tour bus and the dry cleaning of my ties, I'm barely scraping a profit here.
That's not good.
Amazing. And where can the folks at home come and see this for themselves? We're performing all over the nation, and people can see it for absolutely free, all courtesy of Advance. Isn't that incredible, Jeremy?
It's free?
It's
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, thank you all so much for coming. Next time we see you, no doubt, you'll have taken our jobs.
That's all we have time for tonight. Join us tomorrow when I'll be interviewing the world's most attractive horse. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. And from all of us here...
Have a peaceful night.
Well,
Well, that's a good section.
Hey,
Session.
we must stop bumping into each other like this, eh?
Now, let's pay more attention to the commercial. Yay, grade A+. This. Now, let's see how this board game goes. Oh, it's that weirdest game I've broadcasted before. Maybe we can actually learn how this works now. Hyperbolic? Catch the egg, name that fish. Kick the bucket. No, not the head of Shane. I don't even know how this game works. I'm still as confused as I was before. I should try playing this with my friends, because if I'm confused, they'll definitely be confused. Oh well. Too bad that commercial didn't teach me anything about the whole sports boards, but oh well. Hey, I made some more money! Awesome! Could have used that before I got... Okay, the world loves advance less, and they love distrust more. Or disruption, or whatever they call it. But hey, the boss still loves me, so I'm fine with that. And continue. I've been living in paradise. Do. A ladder worth climbing. It's a lazy Sunday afternoon in summer, with you and Sam making the most of both kids being out of the house. You head into the pantry, taking a moment to remember what it used to be your mother's room, before coming out with the last two slices of homemade cake. It's rare for you and Sam to actually get to finish sweet things in this house, and you savor every mouthful. Just as you take your last bite, you hear the sound of the front door slamming. That'll be Charlie, back from the Go-Getters. You can hear him practically running to come find you, and he's grinning from ear to ear when he finally does. I have some really big news! You and Sam play along, sitting attentively with bated breath. Ready? Charlie asks, as you both nod enthusiastically. With a flourish, he reveals a new badge from his pocket and proudly presents it to you both to examine as he announces, as of today, I'm a member of the first tier of Cohesion Cadets. There's way more stuff I'm gonna be doing, and I'll be working some weekends, but it's really cool. Sam congratulates Charlie, as you can't help but frown. This seems a big step up for teenagers. You and Sam grin back at your son. You're thrilled that he's happy and doing well. Like I said, I'm still neutral, so... And being a buzzkill for your children is kinda sucky, so yeah. A sign of things to come on day 278. Shopping, something that always seemed so tedious before the sanctions, has become even more of a chore now. You managed to get almost everything you needed for the family this evening, but you have to come back tomorrow to get through the week. There's a queue to leave the car park, though it's hard to make out whites in the dark. Hopefully whatever's causing it won't be long. As the final car in front of you drives off, you realize the queue is actually due to a checkpoint set up at the exit. A friendly-looking man in an advanced uniform, CCO, emblazoned in a number of places on it, approaches your car and knocks on the driver's side window. You roll it down. Good evening. Nothing to worry about. I was just wondering if I could see your team membership card, please. Weren't these cards supposed to be voluntary? I'm sorry, I don't have one. That's not a problem. We've got forms with us right here, and we're more than happy to sign you up. The man gestures to his colleague behind him, a young woman in similar uniform. She clearly received the short end of the stick and is stuck with the paperwork. Well, I suppose I might as well as you're here. I thought these cards weren't required. It's a good point, but with how things are going, maybe I'm better off getting one, just to be on the safe side. He gestures for his colleague to come over, and she quickly takes down your personal information, employment history, and also that of your family. There's quite a bit more than you were expecting, and the level of detail required is a little surprising too. Still, a few minutes later, you're down with the promise of your very own team membership card winging its way to you soon. Saves you having to stop in the queue next time. Yep, that's all great, thanks. Don't forget to keep an eye out for the new team lottery starting up soon. Loads of great benefits to be won. You have a nice day now. The man is all smiles as he pats the bonnet of your car and waves you off. Free prizes just for having the card. Fantastic! So, are these cards mandatory now? At least I get free prizes with it. So I guess that's nice, I suppose. Anyway, day 290. 90. An invitation worth ignoring. How much more do I have to read? It's a Saturday, one of your few days off, and you've made the most of it. But as late afternoon draws on, the invitation sits pinned to the fridge, staring accusingly at you. The Channel 1 Gala is a mandatory work event. Postman was very quick to tell you. Also, don't you dare be late. It's probably not wise to risk Postman's wrath. Better go. You already missed your anniversary this year. You're not giving up another Saturday. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk it. Sorry. Best start getting ready. You wonder if Sam will give you a lift. A drink or two might help with the enforced office socializing. Hopefully it won't be too bad. After all, you're pretty good at your job, right? Considering I didn't censor for advance. That's actually a good question. You arrive on time, barely at the Southenian, one of the oldest and grandest hotels in the capital. You're surprised to see a queue to get in and quickly realize it's because people are being searched at the door by some very military-looking personnel in smart attire. Okay, I'm starting to get scared now. Also, is this the tune of our news channel? That's actually pretty awesome. Sorry, I'm still reading. While you're waiting, you can't help but notice just how very opulent the building is. Possibly the fanciest place you've been to in life. You submit to being pat down and with a sigh of relief are letting into the hotel. Once inside, you're directed to the grand ballroom, and following the signs, you marvel at the sheer scale of the place and the amount of armed security guards. When you finally arrive, a very severe-looking woman at the door asks for your name. I'm Alex Winston. She cordially checks her list before whispering something to the waiter beside her. You've made it just in time to be seated before dinner. Please follow Emmanuel here to your table. The waiter smiles at you and opens one of the great double doors, gesturing for you to enter. Immediately, you can see why it's called the Grand Ballroom. You pause for a second to take it all in. You feel a slight tap on your arm, and Emmanuel gestures for you to follow him. He seats you at a table in the center floor area, with a decent view of the stage. Clearly, you're in Boseman's good books at the moment. You're set with some colleagues you've seen around the Channel 1 office before, but don't know that well. One of them informs you far too excitedly, it's a very corporate evening of awards and speeches. At least the food should be good. I want to sit next to Jeremy Donaldson and Megan Wolf. Oh well. Dinner is indeed lovely, and with the help of the no doubt very expensive wine, conversations flows easily enough. In fact, much to your surprise, you are actually presented with an award. For Best Newcomer to the Channel 1 family. Well, this was unexpected. As you walk up to collect it, you recognize the presenter as Dr. Adrian Atkinson Blimey of Incisors fame. He thanks Advance for sponsoring this year's gala, before specifically thanking Prime Minister Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement for being in attendance tonight. Oh, so those are also here. Okay. As you take to the stage, you see the front most central table does indeed seat the Prime Ministers, as well as Boseman, Megan, and some other very well-to-do types that you don't recognize. Oh, Jeremy Donaldson? Huh. That explains all the security. As you've handed the award, Dr. Atkinson Blimey asks if you'd like to say a few words. You're a little nervous and sputter out some quick praise for Advance and Channel 1. You made a joke thanking Dave for fleeing the country and leaving you with this job. Nope, I'm going to praise Advance and Channel 1, because I'm a smartass. As you thank Advance, applause breaks out around the room. Both Peter and Julia stand up to magnanimously accept it before saying the night's not about them, but thanks all the same. As you head back to your seat, you see Boseman nodding at you with a satisfied smile on his flushed face. Clearly, that was the right speech. Just as you're finishing up dinner, one of the other people at your table points behind you. As you turn, you see Boseman walking briskly past with Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement in tow. You're pretty sure he was pointedly ignoring you. He seems to be introducing the Prime Ministers to a selection of people at different tables, better than you. You finish off the rest of the meal, listening to the last few speeches, and then head home. All in all, it was a surprisingly nice evening. You might actually look forward to the next one, providing Boseman invites you to that one, of course. Good point. It's day 296. Loading screens can be skipped by inventing a time machine. Awesome! Day 266, the heat wave. And apparently I got oh, here it is. I think. Oh well. Ah! I see. Okay, got it. Thank you. Thank you.
Handler?
That's what I was searching
I don't know what
for.
the fuck his name is, do I?
He's here to keep us safe from people like Disrupt.
More like keep us in line. I hate guns. Give me the willies.
Okay.
Seconds, everybody. Well, the world's on fire. That can
Advance,
work for
the
you.
membership
Going in
starts.
5,
Crazy
4,
new.
3.
Come to Banglings. Maybe I should have sponsored
Good evening. I'm
Pleasure
Jeremy
Corps
Donaldson.
instead.
Our main headlines tonight. Siege mentality. The World Council established a military bloc
I did.
to enforce the unjust and punitive
Oh, right.
sanctions now entering their 10th week.
Eh?
In a statement
I don't
from
see the
team
difference.
headquarters a short time ago, Prime Minister Julia Salisbury issued a commanding response to this unprovoked escalation.
Ever since these illegal sanctions were imposed, we have gratefully relied upon trade and aid from our worldwide friends who, like us, refuse to recognize their legitimacy. Today's escalation, however, is nothing short of an act of war.
Oh?
We call upon our international allies to condemn this blockade absolutely, and we warn aggressors to this country that we are neither meek nor defenseless. Thank you.
Okay.
Three's a crowd. It seems the celebrity wedding of the decade might have been a touch busier than expected. In a photo leaked today, it appears the union of football star Johnny Hamsleeves and his bride, Tiffany Lamore, may have had a few uninvited guests. Hundreds lined the street to celebrate with the happy couple. Eyewitnesses say a cheer went up as the blushing bride passed by in her carriage, shaped like a bacon sandwich, which is said to be either a protest against the meat industry or a mix-up at the carriage factory. In its
That's just weird.
Exciting news from Advance today with the announcement of a new monthly prize draw for all team membership card holders. Every month, lucky winners from across the country will be picked at random to receive what Team HQ are describing as unique prizes worth more than money used to be. Take-up on the scheme has been much higher than expected, and if it's lucky winners delighted...
I'm so glad that homeless guy won.
It looks like pretty soon
Or at least he looks like a homeless.
Bitter pill. Is this the beginning of the end for responsibility? The male contraceptive pill, lauded by scientists as a remarkable achievement, has been widely rejected by the public. Sales of the revolutionary drug have been non-existent, with many claiming the world simply wasn't ready for such a shift in radical reproductive politics. Relentless CEO Sophia Remington has refused to bow to public pressure and give up on the treatment. Seen here outside Remington Cysts HQ, the dogged businesswoman called the failure a minor hiccup before reducing 2 reporters to tears. Leaders shipping out. The trapped scientists undertaking a bold escape from Dante's taint have revealed which of their 2 erstwhile leaders will spearhead their journey to freedom. While throughout their careers it's been clear that Doctors Wong and Swartzborg and Horgensford have worked best together, it seems one of them is now going to be taking a back seat. Dr. Wong has always been the riskier of the pair, willing to push further and faster in the name of progress. We all remember his now infamous exploding chimp trial. Let's hope that getting the team home sooner doesn't mean they cut too many corners. Life during wartime. As if we didn't have enough aggressors on our borders, internal problems are growing for the government as radical activist group Disrupt caused chaos in Parliament Park last night. Scuffles broke out after the protests, resulting in multiple arrests and the injury of 3 community cohesion officers. Advance have yet to comment. The reckless fire will certainly be remembered by all those who have seen these striking images. As their actions escalate, people across the country are asking themselves, who are Disrupt? And what exactly do they want?
Good question.
Other than a new box of matches, of course. All this, and I'll be talking to some people with fascinating medical conditions, as well as one of the contenders in this year's Feline Football Championship, and her proud owner. That's all up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Yay, kitty sucker. Wait, what do cats have to do with the news? Mr. Snugglehawk smells like love. Oh, right. I forgot about the fan. I totally forgot about the fan. I'm sorry. I forgot. Sorry.
But first tonight, our team of correspondents has been dispatched to every corner of the country to see how the people of this great nation of ours are coping with this unprecedented hot weather. First, let's go to Megan Wolf in Shining-on-Sea to see what the scientific community has to say. Megan, how's the weather there?
It's absolutely glorious, Jeremy. Thank you for asking. I'm here
Looks
with
nice.
Dr. Anna Burns of the University of Princeford. Are you enjoying the weather as much as I am?
Oh, yes, it's wonderful, isn't it? My eyelids are sweating.
And you're part of a team carrying out a study into just what's causing this unbelievable heat. Is that
Tell
right?
me.
Yes, that's correct.
What makes it so
we
hot?
want to be able to reassure the public once and for all that there's absolutely nothing to worry about and that they can enjoy their sunstroke and fossil fuels in peace.
Okay.
You sound very confident about that.
Oh, very much so. I can say without any hesitation, there's really no cause for any concern here. I've actually left my car running.
So tell us about this experiment.
Well, we take data from weather stations from all over the world, along with atmospheric samples, and we take all that and we feed it into this state-of-the-art computer, and very soon we'll be getting a high-tech readout of the results.
Blimey, that sounds very fancy.
I should just say, none of this would be possible without the generous support of Remington's Fist. This is all thanks to their unrivaled investment in our future, and
the
may
right
I just
stick.
say, complimentary
Sorry.
personal anecdote. Oh, here we go.
And it's done, I'm sure.
As expected, everything is absolutely fucked. Hang on.
You're not allowed to swear.
Right, but obviously you said a second ago that everything is absolutely fine, so...
But actually, under concern level, it just says, why, God, why?
We should be celebrating these wonderful results, I think.
We need to evolve gills within 40 years. Here it just says, shit.
Look at you.
Wow. I like shit.
There you go.
Shit.
Sophia Remington for...
Someone should make a song about that.
We don't have long. Time is running
out. Absolutely right. That is all we have time for.
Abandon hope and return to the forest.
Enjoy that. I'd like to thank Dr. Burns for just one opinion on the planet.
The sea will reclaim us all.
There you have it, Jeremy.
Okay.
There you have it, believe me. That everything is just fine. I'm Megan Wolf, here with science. Back to you.
Megan Wolf there, attempting to do some actual news. Next, heads over to Robin Short, who's in Scritchford with some of the winners of this week's team membership lottery. Robin?
Thanks, Jeremy. I'm here in Scritchford with Gary Failsafe, a janitor at the local school, and Amelia Jackhammer, an aspiring poet. Both of you were drawn at random from those who hold team membership cards to receive this week's amazing prize. How do you feel?
Filled with fervent euphoria.
Okay.
Yeah, good, yeah.
And all that we had to do was fill in a quick form or two.
Wow, that sounds so convenient.
I know, right? Why didn't I win
What
anything?
have you won?
Oh, hang on.
I've won dinner with Julius Salisbury.
Do. And we're done now.
And I've been invited to
I
Peter
think.
Clement's house to help him dredge the guttering.
That's absolutely terrific. You must both be
You
over
can work
the
for
moon.
Peter Clement.
About it.
Sucks to be you,
Can
actually.
you tell me about the moment when
I
you
just
first
want
heard
money.
the news?
Well, I was battling against a particularly difficult floater, probably one of the sixth formers, when the headmaster came and found me.
I was involved in a similarly brutal conflict with a particularly arduous stanza.
So you were both polishing turds.
No, I don't like to polish them. I like to keep them intact for my collection.
Oh.
Oh.
How unexpected.
I don't polish turds.
Okay.
I write poetry.
Potato. So Gary.
Do you think Peter Clement's going to let me keep the contents of his downpipe?
Probably.
There's no harm in asking, I suppose.
Would you like to hear one?
No, thank you. Gary, when you signed up for team membership, was it in hopes of winning the lottery, or were there other reasons?
I like a flutter, of course, but no, the boss said I had to sign up to keep coming into school.
Very sensible. It's important to know who we're trusting around our children.
That's a good point.
I have an unpublished book of sonnets about children. Perhaps you'd like to hear one.
No, we don't care about you, lady.
On the death of innocence.
I'd rather hear about Gary's turd collection.
Oh yeah, nothing is as awesome as a turd collection.
Are you all right?
What is coming?
It's coming.
Dirt?
It's inspiration, and it's delicious.
Okay.
Right you are.
Weirdo.
Today on the show, there's no news. Just a man who keeps multiple poos.
This big one's my favourite. See how it's fibrous. It's really lovely
Would you encourage other people to enter for their chance to win?
If it's colour you're looking for, take a gander at old blue eyes.
The national news lost its way when it covered some crap on a tray.
These are quite rare.
Maybe that was unfair.
And that's all we have time for today.
Yep.
Back to you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Robin. What a lucky
Patrick!
And
It was Patrick Bannon.
Patrick Bannon.
Sorry.
Who's gone to the smelliest town
Hey,
in the
I at
country
least
to
remember
see
it
how
before he said it.
weather is affecting
Oh,
the
Graham
country.
Bannon was his father.
Hello there, Jeremy. Hello, yes. I'm here live in Grizzleford, which has recently voted the smelliest town in the country. I have
Ooh.
to say that, you know, in this heat, the smell really is. I mean, it's something else. Barry Lardons, mate, you've lived here your whole life. How'd you put up with the stink?
Well, we're just all very proud of our achievement, to be honest with you. Can tell that look at him, proud as punch. Do you know what it's like, son? Being the second smelliest town, living in the shadow of Arseminster.
I don't know why you want to be a smelly town to begin with. It's kind of stinky.
Right, the good people from Willington's Fist came in and saved the day with their
At least
factory.
Gnome smells nice.
About the newly built flour factory.
Yeah, they gave us this big presentation on jobs and growth. But as soon as we heard about the stench, we paid them whatever they wanted to put it here.
Stink
No.
affects your life in
There we
every
go.
way, Barry. I mean, perhaps if you're filling in a tax return,
And we can go back to the news.
You get used to it after several weeks of your first bout of sickness. The judges were very impressed.
Yes.
Sickness. Oh, that's nothing to worry about. It takes a few minutes before you develop any symptoms. Now, folk are saying something about the production line and how they dump carcasses directly into the water main, but I think it's probably a few valves on the
Okay.
high street. On the high street. Should I see a doctor? What are the symptoms? Well, the first one is asking stupid questions. Then folk experience a loss of inhibition.
Okay.
When was the last time you brushed your teeth, you stinking old tramp?
Next recording is a period of randomly bursting into song, followed immediately by delusions of grandeur.
That's not really a problem. I've sung in my life. Hello, it's sexy Patrick Bannon.
Okay.
Oh my God, look at me. I'm like a stallion. I'm gorgeous. Why didn't you tell me? I should take my shirt off. You know what? I'll even let you touch me if you want.
That'll be the bout of undeserved self-confidence.
Love the Bannon. Feel the Bannon.
Okay.
And the ennui.
Ennui?
All that's left now are the hallucinations and unconsciousness.
That doesn't sound good.
Dotty? Was that you, Dotty? Why are you made out of elbows? You know I don't eat opinions.
Bye-bye.
Oh, don't worry, folks. Once he wakes up, he'll be just fine. We'll just find a place to stick him where it won't
Okay, that's good.
He evacuates his bowels.
But, yeah. Has anyone noticed lately that today's kind of a weird day when it comes to the news?
Making a stink. I'm Barry
A lot of shit now that I think about it.
Thanks, Baron.
You need to stand
around our coastline as we speak. When we come back, I'll be talking to three members of the general public who appear to be here purely for medical reasons. Don't go away. Unless, of course, you've got something better to do.
Okay.
We'll be back after these messages.
Do 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 do.
This next section features a potentially controversial guest, and Mars may request censorship if it goes too off topic. You've done a great job so far, keeping everyone happy, so let's keep up the good work.
Degrees in here.
Don't forget about that pesky power button on the fan.
Every Friday.
Okay.
I've done
Working as a team, we have
What do you mean?
raised living standards
Jeremy?
and are the envy of an
My mind
increasingly
is still.
jealous world. And with these newfound luxuries come new opportunities for those who have put the needs of the team before their own. From this month,
There we go.
everyone who is registered
Like I said,
as a team
I'm equal.
card will automatically
Both advance and disrupt will get attention from me.
We should be doing an
Because
interview with
I
the
am
Royal
neutral.
Society, or a report from Grantham Downs. Even though I'm every more fucking relevant than this.
Jeremy, please, just breathe.
Also, its commercial looks really boring, but
Exactly, which is wrong. People's minds should be very much on things. Christ, it's so fucking hot.
oh, it's the team membership card, and now you can win nice prizes with it.
I've had enough. That's it. This is just
10 seconds.
team membership
Worry for yourself, Jeremy. Why don't you stop feeling sorry for yourself for
and the
5,
team will look after you.
Okay.
4, 3.
Do 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 do.
Welcome back to to the National Nightly News. Welcome back to your host, Jamie Donaldson. Later, we'll be talking to the captain of the territory's first cat football team, Professor Pumpkin. But first, I'm joined by three guests with some...
I want to see the cat football team.
Joining me is a woman who's been hiccuping for over 9 months. Isn't that right, Miss Piercy?
Yes, that's right. Yes, that's right.
Tell us, what brought this on?
It's all a bit of a blur, Jeremy, to be totally frank with you. So I was watching your show, and I remember seeing the news about the election, and it hasn't stopped since.
Fascinating stuff. Also here is Frankie Steampipe. Perhaps you could explain to us exactly what your physiological football is.
I'm here to say it's high time people like me were respected. We're constantly overlooked in the workplace. We're whispered about on buses. And we're asked
Ventilator is back again.
children's birthday parties. And it's disgusting.
There we go.
I'm sorry, my bowels have comic timing.
And finally, I'm joined by a man who answers every question honestly, even when it isn't aimed at him. How do you cope with that, Mr. Truman?
With a combination of booze, self-hatred, and hardcore
Okay.
Is that?
Not according to my therapist.
Well, in that case, let's speak to Rose. Tell me, how does the hiccuping impact you?
I get shushed a lot, which is hard. Work they've asked me to stop answering the phone.
That is understandable.
Well, I find it really fucking irritating.
People tend to believe your story?
Fuck no.
Actually, I've been surprised at how much support I've received.
And Frankie, why have you come here today?
Because my wife left me, and I was hoping that the fame would win her back.
We've started a group for people with elements deemed broadly comical by society. It's called Take Us Seriously.
That's right. And we bloody well mean it. And
who's joined so far?
A bunch of fucking losers.
Just us so far.
And how much success have you had?
We've seen some real changes.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but it's been a runaway success.
Shit all. Not a single person come to our fun run, and all of our leaflets fell in the canal.
That's not a very good thing.
And some people are saying your condition was actually caused by the shocking events of that night. What do you think?
Mr. Donaldson, that's absolute rubbish.
What it'd be like to have a pair of tits.
Could you? I'm sorry, it's very hard. What was I thinking?
That you're a team fuck puppet? Or a sellout cunt?
Apologies. Just reminded that he can't help it. And hey, if this isn't
True.
live television, then what is it?
Fuckfest of propaganda masquerading as journalism.
Wait, Frankie, Rose, tell us, how can you get involved with your cause?
Yes, we're holding a sponsored run in the park next weekend. It's called the No Smiles 13 Miles.
No, it's called the No Laugh Half. What did I say before the show?
No, I didn't say wow, they have to end that part. What a harmless bit of
Yep.
fun. Steady on! This is exactly what I'm talking about. We demand respect. Yes, well, later, I'll be talking to Professor Pumpkin.
Things are not going well, are they?
Is that really necessary?
No, it isn't. Let go.
Is that really necessary?
No, it isn't.
I'm handing up one.
It's
Enough! That's enough! That's enough!
There we go. Finally, some action.
What are you doing?
Try not to piss myself.
Don't you dare! Alex, don't you dare cut to the ass before I tell you to.
Okay.
You in the broadcast centre. You in the broadcast centre. You listen to me.
I will.
You cut to the ass before I tell you to. And I will kill every single person in this studio. I am thinking about what I'm doing. I've been thinking about it for a long time. We all should be. Christ, it's so fucking hot in here. Do you remember when we used to do the real news? Before it was all lottery winners.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that the news kind of sucked today. And it was a lot of shit. Literally.
The enemy is at the gate. I'm stuck here. Talking to these three fucking idiots. Talking to these three.
I think my hiccups have stopped.
You three. Get the fuck out of my studio. Go on. Now, go. Out of my studio. Before I change my mind.
Here is the magical power against hiccups.
Jenny. Lock the doors. Jenny. Lock the doors. Lock The doors.
Yes, Jeremy.
Good. Yes. Now. Good. Yes. You in the broadcast.
Yes.
Center. You in the broadcast.
Yes.
You listen to me. Alex. You pay attention. Listen to me. Now. I'm sure you've already loaded up exactly what you're going to play in the commercial.
Oh, if it's about this rap, I already got it.
Yes, you're right. Look to your right. There is a VHS tape, and I want you to load it into one of the machines. And when I say so, and not before,
Okay.
and not before, you've got about 15 seconds, so I wouldn't waste any time. About 15 seconds, so I wouldn't waste any time. All cameras. All of you. All cameras.
This station does not negotiate with terrorists. I hope I've made myself clear. You seem to know what to do.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm not going to risk my colleagues. Jackass.
Now, for a bit of fucking balance. Are the good old days. Balance. Alex, play the fucking tape. Play the tape. I don't want to hurt any of you.
Here we go.
See, anything I don't like, I will not hesitate to start by killing this man. Reset the system for the third segment. I imagine the ratings are going to be through the roof.
You've seen our
Hey,
symbols on the
people
news.
are alive. That's all that counts.
Talk
And
about
matters.
us on the news. We are Disrupt. We are the Resistance. It's time you knew the truth. You know Advance are lying to you. You know the elderly are not a building.
Okay.
You know the rich were not all evil. And you know the team membership card is an ID card, no matter what they try to tell you. But why should you trust us? Another faceless organization. A shadowy figure with a distorted voice. You've seen it so many times in the movies. Well, this is not a movie.
Is that Alan James?
My name is Alan James. I used to try and shock people for a living, for entertainment.
Okay.
But now we live in a time where perhaps you need to be shocked. Perhaps we need to wake up. Advance are coming for our freedoms. They're coming for the fruits of our labours. They will take our wealth.
He does sound more
They will
serious.
euthanize our parents and smiling throughout. They will turn our children against us if we voice our concerns.
Maybe he's
But you don't have
onto
to accept
something?
it. The great
I mean, I can be a
people
joker myself.
You can resist. You can disrupt. Find us. Talk with us. Join us. It isn't hard. We're everywhere.
This wasn't what I planned. I mean, some of it was. I had speech, look. But this was unexpected. This was unexpected.
So what now, Jeremy? So what now, Jeremy?
It was supposed to be your day off. It was supposed to be your day off.
Please, don't do any more stupid things today. Please, don't do any more stupid things today.
How long?
Boy.
How long?
We're already live.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Welcome back to the National Joining me, News. Unexpectedly. Joining me, I very much imagine with my last broadcast, are two new guests.
Nice.
Jenny works here at the National Nightly News, and is someone I consider a friend. Well, and next to her is. What's your name?
Andy.
What's your name? Andy's a policeman.
Okay.
Only we don't call him that anymore. He's a community cohesion official. He's a community cohesion official.
It's community cohesion officer, CCO.
Ah, okay.
And how's that feel, Andy? Being rebranded?
It's good. It's not about confrontation anymore. You know, the force had its fair share of problems. The team doesn't have as many.
But it still has some. Couldn't or wouldn't? Couldn't or wouldn't?
I don't know what you want me to say.
Christ, you're fucking useless, aren't you? We'll come back to you later, aren't you? Jenny, we'll come back to you later.
I don't want to be on the news, Jeremy.
I get it, but we have to fill in the time somehow.
That's perfectly understandable. You'd want to do this. Jenny, why did you join the National Nightly News team?
I always wanted to work in news.
Yes, but why specifically this program? The National Nightly nightly.
It was the news everyone trusted.
Was.
It was the news everyone trusted. Is. Do you really want to quibble semantics at gunpoint?
Is there something else you'd rather discuss? Is there something else you'd rather
Big
discuss?
Alan James-sized elephant in the room you seem to be ignoring. Elephant in the room you seem to be ignoring. I saw your face when that hood came down. You didn't know, did you?
It's about the message, not the messenger. It's about the message, not the messenger. No. I didn't know.
Neither did I.
The people I met, well, I didn't know. He wasn't there. I didn't know it was Alan James.
I'm sorry.
I didn't know it was
Seriously.
Alan James.
I'm sorry. Alan, seriously. Fucking.
No swearing.
You're flushing your life down the toilet for flushing your life down the toilet.
Also, he did sound a lot more serious than where we started with, so
He's popular in the country.
maybe.
Popular in the country.
Not right. Not right.
Look, forget Alan James. There is still something deeply wrong. There is still something. And you know it, Jenny. And you know it, Andy. And you know it, Jenny. And you. You know it. You know it too. And you.
Maybe.
You know it too. I'm interviewing a guest who stinks of shit.
Yeah, the news sucks. I agree with that highly.
And Robin is literally interviewing someone who collects the fucking stuff. I mean, it's not sophisticated, Paul. What a metaphor. We are sleepwalking our way into oppression, and the news isn't saying anything. We're not saying anything. We're not saying anything. What are all those scientists working on at Grantham Downs? What are they testing underground at Altergrave? Andy, your turn. Make yourself fucking useful. Your turn. How many people have you brought in for consultations just because they weren't carrying or didn't have team membership cards?
See, I knew I made the right choice getting those.
You were just in the way.
Then why do you need these? Not really help when it's offered at gunpoint, is it, Andy? Let me demonstrate it for you. Let me help you. You read these cards with my notes on it, and you'll probably digest a fact. That'd be helpful, wouldn't it, Andy? Knowing a fact,
Okay.
wouldn't it, Andy? Do you want my help, Andy?
Yes, where do you say yes?
Security are here, Jeremy.
Eat it.
Security are here,
What?
Jeremy.
Eat it. Eat the fucking news, Andy, or I'll force it down your fucking throat.
Jeremy, stop.
Go on.
Really?
Eat it. Eat it, you fucking idiot.
Jeremy, stop. He will kill you. Please, don't make me watch that. Don't make me watch that.
You're right. Sorry.
Yeah, I do start to get kind of worried about you.
You can put the card down.
It's highly understandable, but getting yourself killed for it,
You can go now.
which is ironic for someone who
Fuck off over there.
literally tried to kill the dictator and killed 4 colleagues
Promise on me.
on accident, or maybe just stupidity. But yeah.
This new regime of ours is so seductive. I understand that. But before we all hand off our freedoms, should we ask to whom we're handing them over? Don't you want to know what's being done in your name? How many people were transitioned last month? A record high. Again. If you care. Again. Shouldn't someone ask Advance how they plan to deal with this blockade? How many years or months of supplies we have? Why aren't we asking these questions instead of whose shit is this? There's a cat backstage dressed as a fucking goalie, for Christ's sake. He's even got the little gloves.
That sounds kind of cute, but it does also sound pointless.
To see that broadcast from the last break. I didn't know it was going to be him. But I guess that just about sums it up. We are all up shit creek with a paddle made of Alan fucking James. Christ is also fucking pointless. I was going to quit tonight. Take a holiday. Try something else. Out of the limelight. Try something else. Maybe try having a relationship. I hear they're nice. Having a relationship.
Oh, they actually are nice. Too bad you couldn't try it, though. I feel sad for you, buddy.
I loved them.
I really do feel sad for you.
Oh, well.
God, Jeremy, don't.
I've tried my best to be honest.
You were my favorite colleague.
This just isn't the news anymore. I'm sorry. I've lost this fight.
Alex, think of the consequences.
I've let you down.
Please, we can't show the to the ads. Please, we can't
My name's
Oh, I can go to the ads? There we go. Okay, so what is the epic sale that makes me money? Okay, the flamingos. Okay. Although I'm not gonna lie, it's weird watching this commercial when all that heavy shit happens. I hope everyone is okay though. Although, yeah, the worst part is we have to wait for the next video in order to actually find out. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to have to end after this commercial. Gee, sure was a lot of heavy shit, huh? Even the shit itself. I hope things are going to be okay. Oh well. I'm sure it will be okay. It's a video game after all. Anyway, A+, 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 great, A+. Continue, you have reached a generous bonus. Current wealth, manageable debt. Once again, I wish we had that before I had to send my mother away. Huh. Also, the world dislikes advance and they disrupt more. At this point, I have to wonder, am I really neutral? Oh well, at least the boss loves me. Anyway, like I said, this is the end of the video. Thanks for watching and have a nice day or evening or whatever. So, bye-bye.
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight.